Hey there football fans, and welcome back to Footy Today. So there are big twists and breaking headlines in the world of football. So there's a major plot twist with Arsenal's number one target as the £48 million star delivers a surprise that no one saw coming. Meanwhile, over in France, the Mason Greenwood saga is heating up again with fresh developments. Over at Man City, they are on the hunt for the next Kevin De Bruyne, but who's on their radar? And lastly, we'll talk about Juventus, who are planning a bold swap deal involving a Newcastle superstar. If you're interested in any of these stories, we have the links to the original articles in the description box below. Okay, let's get started. Arsenal's pursuit of Nico Williams may have just hit a wall, and not the one anyone expected. After interest from both Arsenal and Barcelona, Williams looks set for a summer move, especially with Barcelona reportedly stepping back and Arsenal ready to trigger his £48 million release clause. But now Manchester City are circling, with Guardiola said to view the 22-year-old as the perfect fit for his evolving squad. Just as the path seemed clear, reports in Spain suggest a surprising twist. Williams is seriously considering to stay at Atletico Bilbao, with Bilbao pushing for a Champions League qualification and a Europa League semi-final against Manchester United on the horizon. Is easy to see why he might be tempted to stay. The club have already opened talks to extend his deal, offering him a higher salary and a new release clause. While he's not ruled out a future move, he may prefer to keep growing where he's already a star, surrounded by family, familiar faces, and a club that believes in him. Could staying in Bilbao actually be the smartest move for Nico Williams right now? On to our next story, and we turn our attention to France, where Mason Greenwood's first season at Marseille has been solid on paper. He scored 17 goals in all competitions, but tensions may be brewing behind the scenes. Recent rumours suggested that teammates Højbjerg and Rabiot have demanded Greenwood to be dropped from the squad, but Marseille sporting director Benietta strongly denied those claims, calling them completely false and defending Greenwood's professionalism. Still, things aren't exactly smooth at the club. Marseille have lost 5 of their last 7 games and are slipping out of the Champions League spots. Greenwood himself has just scored once in the last 5 league games. Questions are being now asked about his current role. Manager Roberto De Zerbi, however, continues to back him, saying Greenwood has the potential to become a legend at Marseille. He's called him a natural talent who just needs time and the right balance of support and discipline. With Marseille struggling and Greenwood still adapting, is this just a rough patch or the start of something more serious? Now moving on to our third story, Manchester City's hunt for a long-term Kevin De Bruyne replacement might be closer to home than expected, with Nottingham Forest's Morgan Gibbs-White reportedly on their radar. The 24-year-old has quietly become Forest's creative heartbeat under Nuno Espirito Santo, and City see him as a strong fit for life after Kevin De Bruyne, who's expected to move on this summer. While Forest have no plans to sell, City's interest is serious, and Gibbs-White's close friendship with Phil Foden could give him the edge. The two come up through England's youth ranks together, and Gibbs-White is even a godfather to Foden's son. Forest's push for Champions League qualification could be the swing factor, but back-to-back defeats have let their top 5 hopes hang by a thread. A crucial run-in awaits, including showdowns with Spurs and Chelsea that will define their season. Meanwhile, City are watching closely, knowing Gibbs-White might be tempted by the chance to compete at the very top. Would a move to Manchester be a leap too soon, or exactly the step Gibbs-White needs to reach the next level and play for England once again? Now on to our last story. Juventus are reportedly plotting a bold move to bring Sandro Tonali back to Italy. They are even willing to offer Dusan Vlahovic to make it happen. Tonali joined Newcastle 2 summers ago and just served a recent betting ban which took him out for at least 8 months. He has now become a key part of Eddie Howe's long-term plans since returning. Still, reports suggest he's feeling homesick and open to a move to Serie A. With Juventus now leading the chase ahead of Inter and AC Milan, the proposed swap could see Vlahovic head to St James's Park, especially if Alexander Isak departs in the summer. Newcastle are reluctant to part with Tonali, but a high-profile trade like this might soften the stance, particularly if they need to replace a striker. Vlahovic no longer is untouchable at Juventus and could offer a strong attacking option for the Magpies. For Juventus, it's a calculated risk. Give up on a proven striker to land a midfielder they see as a rare gem. Would Sandro Tonali's return to Italy and Vlahovic's Premier League debut signal a turning point for both clubs, or is it a gamble too big to pay off? And that wraps up today's update. If you enjoyed the video, Make sure to hit the like button, it really helps us out. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, and feel free to share your thoughts on these stories in the comments below. Also let us know which team you support so we can tailor future videos to cover the latest updates and news about your club. And while you're here, why not check out our previous videos where we break down the biggest daily stories in a quick, easy to digest format. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.